Ms. Falk, welcome.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, Council. I'm here again to address the medical marijuana issue. And the reason that I'm addressing it is I think there's a lot of lack of information, lack of understanding. So I'm going to start with getting your medical cannabis recommendation and the problems with finding a medical cannabis co-op to join. Finding a doctor who will issue a recommendation is difficult. Your primary physician is not going to do it because of a couple of reasons. The verification process, it has to be 24/7 so that a patient can have access because you have to verify them when you go to a doctor or you go to a club. Being allowed to issue a rec. I go to the Southern Indian Health Clinic in Alpine, and my doctor works for them. Even though she supports cannabis, she cannot issue me a recommendation. Other issues, fear of working with co-ops, and just plain discrimination. So after you either go to the Reader or the City Beat and find a doctor and you get your recommendation, which you need all of this information in order to get your rec. You need your x-rays, your prescriptions, your California ID. And then you do an exam and the doctor decides whether or not they're going to get a rec. Then what? How do you find a co-op? The trouble is what you want and what the reality is. Closed circuit clubs, no advertising, and the proposed ordinance limits safe access by putting in sensitive areas, 3 zones, and a process 4. Well, how do you join? Say you're a patient that you've never used cannabis and you have absolutely no insight to it. Usually you pick up a Reader or a City Beat or you find some sort of form of advertising. But the reality is you're creating a FACTA ban, so it doesn't really matter. I need to address Prop 215 because you all keep mentioning terminal illness. But if you read the other underlying bold, it says any other illness which marijuana provides relief. Not one of you are going to tell me what provides my relief for my pain. So therefore, if somebody suffers from a headache or pain, whatever it is, if they find relief from cannabis, that's the law. So stop taking things out of context. Ms. Emerald, you have continued to mention that Prop 215 mentions nothing about co-ops. 1136.25 AB1 says to encourage federal and state governments, you City Council, to implement a plan for the safe and affordable distribution of cannabis to all patients in medical need of cannabis. That's from Prop 215. And you don't like the word distribution center, but it's freaking there. So what is Operation Green RX? What is the City of San Diego using all of this funds to go after medical marijuana co-ops? The next slide. These are just my questions. How and why are you going to close over 250 compassionate use centers? And where are you going to get the money to do it? And why is it necessary, Ms. Emerald, to close us down until you create an ordinance? And please, I'm not going to have time to continue all of this, but stop referring to my medicine, which is called cannabis, as weed and doobies and weed. It's called cannabis. And if you start acting like it's something like medicine and start treating it like it will be. Okay, I have to continue. Our landlord has been harassed by City Attorney Jan Goldsmith,
Ms. Falk, I'm going to have
by
to ask you to
NCC.
wrap up.
You have closed us down and prevented safe access to the City of San Diego. Why? It's been a law for 14 years. I don't know what the intentions is.
Thank you, Ms. Falk.